I'm going to prove to you once and for all that you absolutely get an increase in your Social Security in the ages 60 and 61. I'm going to prove it to you. And we're going to use Social Security data. I got my man, forgot his name, Tim, I think, sent me his Social Security statements. And this is just, I'm going to prove it to you. And I mean, you'll walk out here and say, man, that guy Josh, I didn't understand a word he said, like kind of like Kendrick Lamar. What the hell was that? Everyone's like, Kendrick Lamar was too. I said, dude, no one cares. It's like everyone's like, Kendrick, who cares? But don't you know he's a Grammy Award-winning rapper? I was like, no one cares. It's dumb. But he dissed on Drake. Just the NFL. What happened? What happened to the NFL? My man Jason Whitlock said they jumped the shark. Kind of think they probably did. It'd be interesting to see what the ratings are. Anyway, so we're going to go use, so remember, the premise is you don't get any COLA, cost of living adjustments, on your Social Security until you hit 62. The benefit increases before that are what's called average wage index, the increase in the average wage index. And if you look at the increase in the average wage index, is significantly higher over the course of lifespan than cost of living adjustments, all right? But the increase in the average wage index stops once you hit 60. So the question is, what do we get as an increase from 60 and 61? If we're not getting any increase in our average wage index, which we're told not, and we're not getting a COLA, which we're told not, how are we just not getting any benefit increases? Is the benefit we get at 60 the same benefit we get at 62? Now, again, this assumes that there's no more work. If you work, you might get an increase in benefit because one of your years of working from 60 and 61 will displace one of the years of a lower income from when you're 22 or 23. But again, we're just assuming that you're not working at all. So the benefit you had at 60 presumably will be the same benefit you'll have at 62 because there is no increase in wage indexing and there's no COLA. I'm going to prove that's just not right. It's just incorrect. I hope this makes sense. So again, the benefit at 60, not assuming no more labor, is the exact same benefit at 62 because there's no increase. All right. And we're going to show you what this statement says from Social Security Administration. I just came across this today. And we're going to come down here and we're going to benefit examples for workers with maximum taxable earnings. And you get a guy right here. So this guy retires I'll show you here on the whiteboard. Here's my man John. In 2023, John was 62 and he retired and he got $25.72 a month in 2023. John is 62, he got $25.72 a month. His partner in crime, Joe was only, in 2023, was only 60. All right. We don't know what Joe's benefit is because that's the program, the sheet I just showed you. It doesn't say it's 60. It just says at 62. So we say Joe retires at 60. All right. Now we don't know what his benefit is because we don't have access to a statement, but we do know what his benefit is at 60 when he's turned 62 in 2025. It's $28.31 a month, as you can see right here. $28.31 a month. All right. So we say Joe's benefit at 62 is $28.31 a month. John's benefit at 62 is $25.72 a month. John is 2 years older than old Joe. Right? Now Joe did not work at 61 and 62. We're just assuming, and we'll prove it to you more here in just a second. So given that there is no average wage index increases, given that there's no COLAs, given what we've been told is that these people in this software have made the maximum available under Social Security, so you can't say that the salaries are different, they're not. Then Joe inherently, his benefit at 60 should have been $28.31 because remember, he did not get any increases, we're told, because the wage index doesn't increase from 60 to 61 and there's no COLA. So we'd say, well, Joe, if your benefit at 62 is just basic logic, was $28.31, well, we know your benefit didn't go down, but it didn't go up either because you did not add to the program by working. And we know for a fact there's no average wage index increases. And we know there's no COLA. So inherently, that would have to be $28.31, right? So what we have to say then is, does it make any sense that these guys made the same amount of money and that Joe has basically $300, almost $250 more a month than John? That doesn't make any sense. Not at all. Because remember, this money has to be the same as this money, assuming there's no benefit increases. We just saw Joe had a 28.31 benefit at 62, and John had a 25.72 benefit at 62. So inherently, we say this means this benefit's got to be equal. They have to be equal because there's no increase of that. And this is what he gets at 62, which we've been told is what he gets at 60. Which means for some reason, Joe has significantly more than old John there. Why? That doesn't make any sense. You're going to tell me at 60, at 2023, Joe got his statement. He said to John, I got 28.31 as my benefit when I hit 62. And John's like, well, I only get 25.72 at 62. No, that doesn't make any sense. John be like, no, that doesn't make sense. And so let's prove it to you in a different way here. So check this out, because I got statements to prove it to you. My man Tim writes in, he sent me his statements. Tim retired when he was 58. He hasn't worked 59, 60, 61, 62, and he's only 62 now. Or is he 61 right now? That's what he is, 61. He hasn't worked for the last 3 years. So he has had no increase in adding to his Social Security wages, none whatsoever, because he stopped working at 58. So the benefit, so theoretically, the benefit he got at 60 should still be the same benefit he has now, because there has been no supposedly increases in COLAs or increases in wage indexing. You're going to check this out. And when he was 60 years old, his benefit from 2023, his statement from 2023, showed his benefit at when he's 62. This is at 62, was 23.27. He was 60 years old. Remember, we're not increasing. There's no change in indexing from 60 to 61. I cannot stress this enough. I'm not going to go over how this works, but just remember. So at 60 years old in 2023, at 62, his benefit is 23.27. All right. The next June of 2024, now he's 61. His benefit at 62 is 24.34. More than $100 a month increase. How could that possibly be? How could that possibly be? Barking dog upstairs. I never see. There's one loud dog. He doesn't like Social Security. He's like, how dare you? Anyway, so in 2024, June, at 62, his benefit has gone from 23.27 to 24.34. But then, again, he hasn't worked. He hasn't done anything. He's just collecting his Social Security benefits. Watch what happens in 2024 December. His benefit's gone up another $100. It went up $100 from 2024 June to 2024 December. What's that about? Either way, it's gone from 23.27 to 25.42. From when he was 60 to 61. His benefit has gone up factually according to Social Security statements. Why? Because there's some kind of increase. I don't know what it is. Remember, they're not, you can't say, well, the indexing has changed. No, it hasn't. The indexing doesn't change when you're after 60 and 61. It stays the same. So what is, I don't know. I can't explain it. All I know is the idea that your Social Security benefit at 60 is giving the same benefit at 62 doesn't, unless you're working, doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Because the indexing amounts obviously change somehow. They do. There's no other way around that. Is it COLA? I think it's COLAs. I actually do. I think it's COLAs. But again, we don't get COLAs supposedly until we're 62. Well, then how else can you explain this? Again, this guy's benefit should not be that significantly over this guy's benefit right here. They made the same amount of money for the same amount of years. So this guy's 2 years older. There's no way these guys are sitting there together smoking and joking, a pack of Newports. This guy say, mine shows 28.31, his shows 25.72. When he's 60, he's 62. There's a barking dog. No way. So I can't explain it. You can't explain it. No one can explain it. But I think this resolves once and for all the idea that we don't get a benefit increase between the ages of 60 and 61. I mean, prove me wrong, man. That's kind of like what I say to all these people. Prove to me how. Prove to me the evidence. Well, we got two things of evidence you can prove to me. That retiree spending increases each and every year with inflation. Prove that to me. Or that they've done serious studies, any kind of study that shows you the amount of jabby jabs we give to infants is safe. Prove to me that, of all these jabby jabs. Because what are we on, like 24, 28 now, something like that? You're going to tell me you have evidence that they're all safe when they're taken in conjunction, essentially? You have evidence of that? Prove it to me. All right. Whatever your thoughts, God bless. Smash that like button. We'll see you.